Hello everybody and welcome back to Motor Gear X. Nice to see you all again. I'm going to start by apologising straight away. Last week I was telling you about the weekend warriors, about people who work Monday to Friday on the weekend. What they do is they mess about with their most favourite things like bikes, cars, vans, whatever. And I said put a link, I'm going to put a link in below, and unfortunately I didn't. I do apologise. I'll put it in now. So if I'll go over it again. The weekend warriors, what it is people who got like I say, jobs Monday to Friday, and on the weekend they mess about with their projects or the things that they love or whatever it is. If it's got an engine, let me know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce it into this video. I won't tell them your full names or where you're from or everything, just your first name and whatever you're doing, and then I'll show you on here, and then we'll go through it, and so hopefully we can get quite a few people sending pictures and what have you done, and vice versa, and we can all work together. So just like I said, I do apologise about that, but if you can do it now or whatever, and I'll pick it up this side, and I'll start showing them. But this week what I'm going to do is, because I made that mistake last week, I'm going to kick it off with something that I've done in the past. A few years ago, I got a Bandit 1200 from HBC Salvage, and the damage on it was very light. It needed a headlight. It'd been front crash, a headlight, the clocks, the handlebars were slightly bent, the indicators on the left hand side were non-existent, the foot peg on the left hand side was non-existent, and I think that was about, oh yeah, and because it had been stood in the yard for so long, the chain had a kink in it, so every time you move the bike or the wheel, you could hear it clicking on this certain one. So here's what I've done. I'm going to show you a picture now. This is the Bandit 1200. What I've done was I put new Renthal bars on it with the little foam wrap round in the middle, you can see. Then what I've done was I got blue oxidized levers. I put them on also. In another picture you will see I put Viper digital clock on it, which I got from a motorcycle store. Then what I done was I put chrome twin headlights on the front, because the main one was that destroyed, was unrepairable, and I didn't fancy putting an ordinary one back on because I was going to make this bike into a street fighter, so I put twin chrome headlights on. The next thing I did was I got a brand new chain, a DID chain. I put that on, heavy duty, and that worked fantastic, that worked pretty well. Then what I done was I sent away for some small indicators with LED bulbs in them. Put the full set on, they went on, as you can see. Also what I replaced as well, I forgot to mention, was the can. The exhaust was scraped when I first got it. So what I decided to do was put another one on. So I got a nice can exhaust. And little did I know that when I took it down for its MOT, it was just barely legal. It was one of those ones that were like a vroom, 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 but very deep. Set a couple of car alarms off when I was on full throttle. Also what I done was I put a hugger on, and I also put the front scoop on as well, and then I've put full stickers on. Then what I decided to do was, because I thought I'll go the full hog, and I put racing plugs in, and then I changed the clutch. I put a Borg clutch in myself. First time I tried to do it. I've ever done a bike clutch with all them plates. There was loads of plates in a basket with like 3 little screws or whatever. and then what I done was I put the brand new clutch in, and then I put the brand new oil in, changed the filter, racing oil. That seemed to work quite well. Took it down for its test, put it in for its test. The only thing he pulled it on, which he done at the same time, was put a reflector on the back of the number plate, which I paid for, and after that the history here was fantastic bike, absolutely fantastic bike. 1200 Bandit. Like I say, I got it out of HBC, and it cost me not a great deal then, to be quite honest, because I put a daft bid in and won it, and I was quite surprised that I got it for what I got it for. I had it for a bit. I put it on the road, insured it, taxed it and everything, MOT'd it. I put it on the road. A lovely, lovely bike. And then one day I thought, right, I've done this one up, I'll let somebody else enjoy it, and I'll go on to the next thing, because that's the sort of person I am, to be quite honest. I'll do something up, use it for a bit, and then pass it on. So that's what I've done. But yeah, I'd like to think that I'm going to do the same with this one, but better. So without further ado, what I'm going to do today on this one, before I go any further, please, Weekend Warriors, do send me your pictures of yourself stood next to the car or bike or whatever, what you've done from the start or where you're up to or whatever, and I'll put it in this, promise you I'll put it in this with the new link in down below. So where I'm up to now at the moment is, what I'm going to do is, the wheels are painted, but a slight problem. I painted them, and they're painted orange, and they'll look lovely, look absolutely brilliant. I'm going to put a picture here to show you. When I finished and I painted them, they look brilliant. Left them for a bit, come back to them. There's a few blemishes, a few, what they call, I think, fish eyes. Like a couple of little dots either and everywhere in the paint. I used the primer, but what I should have done was I should have used the isolator over the primer, to be quite honest, because I think it's slightly reacted. Something on that paint what was on before has slightly reacted to the top coat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start again. I'm going to just rub them down, flatten them, and then I'm going to paint over them again, and then I'll show you them finished with everything done. But I'm not going to put them on the bike yet until almost one of the last jobs to do, to be quite honest, because I want them to I want them to the paint to harden over time, because they're going to get it's painted orange obviously, and it's a RAL orange. It's a 2-pack, so I'm going to put a nice, quite a few good coats on it, so it's nice and thick and solid and whatever, and it has a nice lasting finish on it. So that's them. Without further ado, I'll just show you what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take the chain guard off, and I'm also going to take the little chrome decals on the side of the cylinder heads. To me, they look like knuckle dusters. You make your own mind up, but to me they look like knuckle dusters. So I'm taking them off, and they're going to get highly polished, so they're like very, very shiny, because the engine is going to, as I told you in one of my first vlogs, videos, the engine is going to get painted matte black, like the 1200s, because it's standard like silver at the moment, because I want it black. It's going to have like a nice effect against the metallic blue tank and sides and whatever, and the orange wheels. I think it'll look brilliant. And also I'm going to put, obviously, the different coloured levers on and what have you. So it's all going to look a little bit, you know, a little bit crazy, maybe to you, but to me it looks normal, it looks good. But I'll just send me your reply. Let me know what you think. And if you think I can do something better, then let me know. You know, I'm only human. So without further ado, I'll show you. I'm just going to move you. Might be a bit shaky. I'm going to move you and show you, and put you somewhere else, and just show you what I'm going to do. That's me Jack, the one I bought off Gumtree, £50 off a nice bloke. And these here I don't know if you can see them here. If I can just position that properly. These here, this here, looks like a knuckle duster to me. Get your fingers in there. So they're going to get highly polished. And then what I'm going to do is I'll bring you around here. Right. There's my chain guard. Sorry about this. Chain guard, and that's going to come off. And I'm going to take the deck off, and I'm going to put my own designer, drill and cut it and bit it, maybe make it look a bit more spruced up, maybe then paint it. Maybe silver or something like that, but I'll just move you back somewhere where it's a bit more solid. Yeah, that's a bit better. All right. Without further ado, I'll just get on with a couple of jobs and then we'll have a chat later, okay? I'll give you a running commentary as I'm going. Like I say, it's all new to me, so I'm just getting used to things. Okay, right. Right, chain guard first. See, these screws will come off. They're still. That's tight. That must have been on there since the bike came out of the factory. There's one. A little bit of oil on that one. Next one. It's tight. These are tight. Do they need to be that tight? That is tight. It's tight coming off all the way. Sorry about this. Little bit of joint persuasion. Tight. Oop. I'm using these because the screws is slightly rounded off. I don't want to damage it too much. Might have to get a couple of new ones. Yeah, that's coming off nicely now. Very, very tight. There we are, that's that one off. Chain guard off. One chain guard. I'll just leave that down there. Right, what I've done in the process is I've bolted my little screw I took off and put on the floor somewhere. and I don't know where. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back in there so I don't lose that one, and see where the bloody other one went. Where has it gone? Yeah, there it is. There it is, the little bugger. There it is. Put that back in there so I don't lose it. That's what I've been doing. Every time I've took something off, all the screws and bolts I put back in, because if I have them lying about, I'll never know where they're going. So it's just a safety thing that I do. Probably what everyone does, to be quite honest, but I've got the best minds in the world. So, the next thing on the agenda is to take these, what I call knuckle dusters off. They're a nice decorative piece of aluminium, but I'm taking them off, like say, to polish them silver. They're going to be all black on there, so that's going to look nice when that's finished. One was tight, one was slack. Why was that? Is it because it's heating up all the time and cooling down? I don't know. But take that off, put that on there, put them back in there, so I'll be able to find them later on. There we go, one there and one in there. That's it. There you go, that's one of them. Quite cool though, quite like them. That's one. One's alright. That one's alright. That one off there, that one off there. That one on there, so I can find them later on. Put that back in there, so I can find that later on. So, bit of oil on there. Just like I say, I need to dry that down, clean it all down, get all the muck out of that. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. That's pitted with oil and muck and crap. But to me, that looks too plain. Sorry, it looks too plain. So I'm gonna do a bit of cutting in, a bit of drilling there, and see if I can spruce up a little bit and make it look a little bit better. And then once I've done that, I'll show you, and then I'll show you me putting it back on. Okay. I'll put this over here for safekeeping. One there. One there. Right, I'll just give you a little view of everything, just to give you a little bit of a idea. Oops. Right. Calipers off. Took the pressure off them, so I didn't want to damage the hoses and what have you. All the bolts are in and there. Exhaust taken off and what have you. All the bolts in, everything's in. New jack. I had to put this in because the bike wouldn't sit right. I've had to put that on, the strap, because the bike was moving from side to side. I didn't want it to tilt and fall. motocross handlebars, lovely motocross handlebars. Took all the bits and pieces, like little panels off the sides and what have you. Just took that off there, the chain resting on there. That's going to be all cleaned down and scrubbed. That's going to be all painted, scrubbed. Move around here. Think about taking these off. These are going to come off because there's going to be a strengthener coming out of there and like an engine frame put on the rest of it. And like I say, once I get all that fixed, I'll show you. Another caliper. Right, but showing all this on there, I'm doing this back to front. Headlight still in good nick. I'm changing that to some twin satin ones in a frame, like a black satin frame, but the headlights themselves are chrome, but in a black satin frame, a twin one. That's getting moved. I might get a new one, a different coloured one, shove it underneath. I'll just pop you back on here, so it stops you from shaking and more of it. There we go. But in all, I'm glad the tank's coming off because it's pitted. There's the bits of, you can't see it on there, but there's bits of chips all over it and what have you. The seat. It's, I don't know whether to keep that one on or get like a small one with like a gap in the middle somewhere to put your foot, so when you've got it popped up, you put your foot on it. Obviously I'm getting a third brake put on. I'm going to get the bracket for the back to put another caliper on and then run the lines through and put the lever on here. Again, all that's going to be videoed. This is just a bit of a rundown and to show you exactly where I'm up to at the moment. So yeah, that's it for at the moment. So please, if you would just put in the connection below and send me your Weekend Warriors. I'll be interested to see them and be interested to put them on, just to show everyone out there exactly what you're doing, all your hard work, same as me. Just get stuck into it and the hours just disappear, and I like to see a transformation. I like changing things to see a transformation, changing something from standard to something what I like, and if everybody else likes it, other people like it, then that's brilliant. But I'm showing you my vision of something that I can change and do, and hopefully all you out there can show me your visions as well, all them Weekend Warriors. So if you wouldn't mind, down below, send me your pictures where you stood next to it, a little bit of a story from start to finish and what have you. And like I say, I won't tell anyone where you are, I'll just tell me your face now, just a bit more security and whatever, just be on the safe side, because you never know. So yeah, and I'll see you next time. And this is Jeff, out.